Hello students, how are you? I hope you are very fine. Now in previous topics we have seen that the reproduction of asexual. Now we will see the sexual reproduction. First of all, the sexual reproduction is divided into two parts. We will take here as a plant and the human. Under the plant we will see that the flower, because flower is a very important part for the reproduction, isn't it? So flower, first of all we describe flower is divided into the two parts, unisexual flower and the bisexual flower. Now what is unisexual flower? Unisexual flower means only one gamete or one sexes are present in one particular flower, either male or either female. Understand? Now what is the bisexual flower? Bisexual flower means both the sexes or both the gametes are present in one single flower. Those flowers are called as a bisexual flower. Understand? Now come to the parts of the flower. Now if we talk about the parts of the flower, since 6th standard you are learning the parts of the flower. First of all, we will consider it as a sepals. What are the sepals? Sepals are the green color outgrowth which holds the petals and the ovary. Understood this? That means वो ओवरी को और पेटल्स को होल्ड करके रखता है, उसे हम कहेंगे सेपल्स, और वो यूजुअली ग्रीन इन कलर में होता है. आप किसी भी फ्लावर्स में अगर देखेंगे तो नीचे का जो प्लांट ग्रीन कलर का जो पार्ट होता है वो कहलाता है सेपल्स. नाउ कम टू द पेटल्स. पेटल्स आर known as the corolla. That means corolla means that is the petals. They are very beautifully attractive color, and after the sepals the petals are there. Now come to the stamens. What are the stamens? Stamens are the male part of the plant, isn't it? That is called the male part of the plant. They are divided into the two other, that is called the filament and the anther. Now filament, just above the filament there is the anther lobe is there, and inside the anther the pollen grains are situated. Okay, now come to the another part, that is the anther. Anther is the bilobe, multilobe or the single lobe, and inside the anther the pollen grains are present. Now the last part is the pistil. The pistil is the female part of the flower, and it is divided into the stigma, style and ovary. This stigma is the topmost part of the pistil, while the middle part is called the style and the below part is called as the ovary. Understood this much? So here we complete, that is the sexual reproduction in the plant. But what happens when the actual reproduction start? It is divided into the fertilization. Okay, the fertilization just start. Now fertilization, or before fertilization we can say the pollination is there. Pollination is there are two types of the pollination. First of all we'll see what is the self pollination. What is the self pollination? That means when we talk about any flower, the transfer of the pollen grain into the same flower or the same plant of another but the same species of the plant, isn't it? यानी कि ट्रांसफ़र होता है एक ही फ्लावर का, एक ही फ्लावर पॉलन ग्रेन अगर एक ही प्रकार के फ्लावर प्लांट्स से ट्रांसफ़र होगा तो हम उसे बोलेंगे सेल्फ पॉलिनेशन. अंडरस्टूड? नाउ कम टू द क्रॉस पॉलिनेशन. What happens in the cross pollination? The transfer of the stigma of the same other different plant, यानी कि different plant से अगर कोई स्टिग्मा pollen grain आके स्टिग्मा में टच होता है तब हम उसको बोलेंगे क्रॉस पॉलिनेशन. अंडरस्टूड? अब ये जो हो गया है, इसके बाद में हमें एक चीज़ और देखना होता है कि what are the advantages of the self pollination and what are the advantages of the cross pollination. So we will see that first of all we'll see the advantage of the self-pollination. Now it is importance, it is preserved the parental structure, यानी कि parental structure को preserve करने में बहुत सहायता होती है इसके अंदर में, and not necessary for produce the nectar. nectar मतलब जो flowers में juice present होता है, that is called the nectar. तो कोई ज़रूरी नहीं है कि not necessary to produce the nectar. odor मतलब सुगंध, जो उसमें कुछ भी स्मेल हो सकती है, कोई ज़रूरी नहीं कि उसमें होगी, कोई ज़रूरी नहीं है कि उसमें सेल्फ पॉलिनेशन फ्लावर के अंदर में ऑर्डर होगा ही. और द कलर ऑफ द पेटल्स ऑफ द फ्लावर, यानी कोई ज़रूरी नहीं है कि उसमें कुछ, क्योंकि वो एक ही प्लांट में है, एक ही प्लांट से पॉलिन करने की ज़रूरत, इन सब चीज़ की ज़रूरत नहीं होती है. नाउ कम टू द क्रॉस पॉलिनेशन. Now cross pollination, what is happening in the, what are the advantages of cross pollination? Healthier offspring हो जाती है इसमें. That means whenever the offspring, the new plant develop, it is very healthier. Why? Because the anther is coming from the different plant of the same species, isn't it? And that is why we call it as the healthier offspring. Now come to the next part, it is called the variation. Now variation is also occurring here, a very greater chance of the variation. Why? Because the plant is here, the different and different characters are coming from the other particular plant, and that is why the variation is great. Now third one is called the more viable seeds are there. As comparable to the self pollination, here the seeds are more viable, यानी कि ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा उसकी वाइबिलिटी बढ़ जाती है सीड की जब क्रॉस पॉलिनेशन होता है, और ये सब चीज़ें हमें सेल्फ पॉलिनेशन में नहीं दिखाई देती है. एंड दैट इज़ वाई क्रॉस पॉलिनेशन इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. एंड वी सी दैट coloration of the petals are so many and beautiful, attractive, and the nectar is also there for the attraction of the insect, okay, to create, to produce the pollination and part. So this is about, we have completed here the reproduction of the plant or the flower. Now come to the next part, that is the human reproduction. We call sexual reproduction of the human. You know that the sexual reproduction of the human starts at the puberty period. It starts at the puberty age, and which the gamete is produced, isn't it? The gametes are very, very important part, male gametes and the female gamete. So likewise we can consider here how the male and female gametes are divided. If you consider male as a boy and the female as a girl, so what are the characters are there to develop in that? What are the symptoms can be, we can say that can be developed in the boy and the girl. So first of all, we considered in the male characters. First of all, this is the growth in the armpit. That means the growth of hairs in the armpit is very important, and the genital area. This is about the male, and similarly the same situation is happening in the female also. The growth of the hair and in the armpit and the genital area takes place. What is the second character? Second character is oily skin, isn't it? That is called the oily skin, and appearance of the pimples are taking place. Same place in a female also, the oily skin and the pimples are produced or grown on the facial area. Now what is the third character? Third character is facial hair growth is also there in male. I am talking about the male. That means the facial hair growth, that is the beard and mustache, has been developed. And similarly, if you see in the female part, the breast is also developed in the female. Now come to the fourth part, that is in male. You see that the voice become very cracked sound, or we can become the hoarse sound in the male. And what is happening in the female? That is means the darkening of the near the breast area is seen in this, that is called, that area also developed the darken. Now come to the fifth point, that is the occasionally we can see that the all overall growth can be seen. This is part of the male, and another is the female part. The characters can be seen. So students, we have taken a very chapter, the topic at a glance, that is what are the fertilization and pollination, and how the reproduction start in the flower. We will study detail in our, when we go to the chapters wise, topic wise description, then we will explain in the detail. Likewise, the sexual reproduction in human also we can say explain, or we go in the detail study in the future. Now, first of all, I am going to tell you the two activities are left. In the previous session, we have not taken the activity number 8.1. It is about the reproduction of the yeast, and the 8.2 is the reproduction of the fungus, that is called the rhizopus. So we will see, let us see the two activities about these two microorganisms.